Hello guys, and welcome to Mr. Short Documentary. Today, we delve into one of the most pivotal moments in recent history. The September 11th attacks, an event that reshaped the world in countless ways. This documentary seeks to uncover the layers of this complex event, exploring it from various personal, national, and global perspectives. Our journey will span from the immediate timeline of the events to the profound personal stories of those affected, and the broader implications on global policies and security measures. Through expert insights and survivor testimonies, this documentary will craft a narrative that not only recounts facts, but also captures the human emotions and resilience that emerged from the tragedy. By the end of this documentary, we hope to offer a clearer picture of how 9/11 has continued to influence our world, shaping everything from airport security to international relations. Join us as we explore the indelible legacy of this day. On the morning of September 11th, 2001, a series of coordinated terrorist attacks, orchestrated by the extremist group Al-Qaeda, unfolded on American soil. The attacks targeted key symbols of the United States' economic and military might. The tragedy began when American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center at 8:46 a.m. Just 17 minutes later, at 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 struck the South Tower. At 9:37 a.m., the attack continued as American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon, the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense in Arlington, Virginia. Lastly, United Airlines Flight 93, which was believed to be headed for another significant target, crashed into a field in Pennsylvania at 10:03 a.m. after passengers heroically intervened. These events unfolded quickly, but left a lasting scar on the American psyche and the global landscape. Understanding this timeline is crucial, as it sets the stage for the profound personal and global reactions that followed. The images of these skyscrapers engulfed in smoke and flames became an indelible mark of the day's horror. The personal stories of 9/11 survivors provide the most heart-wrenching insights into the human aspect of this tragedy. These narratives not only depict the horrors of that day, but also highlight the extraordinary displays of bravery, resilience, and humanity. One such story is that of a firefighter who rushed into the World Trade Center after the first plane hit. Amidst the chaos and rubble, he helped to evacuate dozens of people, risking his own life in the process. Another survivor who was working in the North Tower recounts the confusion and fear that engulfed her as she made her way down 80 flights of stairs. Her survival was a miracle amidst the collapse that would soon follow. Further, the story of a Pentagon military analyst who survived the attack on the Pentagon reveals the shock and the swift action taken by personnel within the building. These stories, filled with sorrow and hope, remind us of the cost of the tragedy and the resilient spirit of those who lived through it. They form an essential part of the narrative, offering a human perspective that is often lost in broader political and security discussions. These personal accounts are not just stories of survival, but are also poignant reminders of the day's profound impact on individual lives. The attacks on September 11th not only shook the United States, but also sent ripples across the globe. Countries worldwide reacted with a mix of horror, sympathy, and later solidarity. Nations around the world held vigils and offered support. Landmarks such as the Eiffel Tower in Paris and the Sydney Opera House in Australia were lit in the colors of the American flag, symbolizing global unity in grief. The international media covered the events with unprecedented intensity, making it one of the first global tragedies witnessed in real time by millions. This not only informed publics worldwide, but also played a crucial role in shaping the global response to terrorism. NATO invoked Article 5 for the first time, declaring the attacks an attack on all NATO members. This marked a significant shift in international military and security strategies, emphasizing the interconnected nature of national security in a globalized world. These reactions underline the fact that while 9/11 was an American tragedy, its echoes were felt worldwide, influencing international policy, security, and the global political landscape for years to come. Before 9/11, the concept of global terrorism was not a primary focus in the security policies of many nations, including the United States. the attacks were a stark awakening to the vulnerabilities and resulted in a comprehensive overhaul of security measures both domestically and internationally. In the United States, the creation of the Department of Homeland Security was a direct response to the attacks, centralizing various agencies under one umbrella to enhance national security. Air travel saw stringent new protocols under the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, including enhanced passenger screening and more rigorous standards for luggage and behavior monitoring. Internationally, the security upgrades were equally significant, with airports around the world implementing similar stringent measures, and intelligence sharing between countries improved substantially. This section explores both the practical and psychological shifts in security post 9/11, tracing the line between safety and freedom. The aftermath of 9/11 saw significant shifts in policy both within the United States and internationally. The most notable among these was the USA Patriot Act, passed in October 2001, which expanded the government's authority to monitor phone and email communications, collect bank and credit reporting records, and track the activity of individuals suspected of terrorist activities. This legislation, while controversial, marked a significant shift in the balance between security and civil liberties. Critics argued it infringed on personal freedoms and privacy, while proponents saw it as essential for national security. Internationally, the attacks led to the US-led invasion of Afghanistan in an effort to dismantle al-Qaeda and remove the Taliban from power. This action had long-term global implications, affecting US foreign relations and reshaping international military strategies. The global war on terror expanded into various countries, with mixed results and significant ramifications for global peace and security. These policy changes and their impacts are complex and multifaceted. They not only redefined national and international security landscapes, but also affected immigration policies, surveillance practices, and diplomatic relations worldwide. The cultural and social landscape post 9/11 underwent significant shifts, reflecting in arts, literature, and public discourse. The tragedy was depicted in numerous films, books, and songs, each trying to make sense of the events and their aftermath. In the United States, there was a noticeable surge in patriotism, with American flags appearing more frequently as symbols of unity and resilience. However, this period also saw an increase in suspicion and prejudice towards Muslim communities, challenging America's foundational values of diversity and tolerance. Educationally, curricula adjusted to include discussions about terrorism, security, and global awareness, aiming to prepare younger generations for a world that had dramatically changed. These cultural and social shifts illustrate how deeply 9/11 has penetrated the public and private life spheres, influencing perceptions, behaviors, and policies. As we reflect on the legacy of 9/11, it's clear that the events of that day continue to resonate deeply in the collective consciousness of the world. The ongoing impact is visible in the robust security measures still in place, the continued global efforts to combat terrorism, and the enduring narratives that recount the bravery and losses of the day. The legacy of 9/11 extends beyond the immediate policy and security changes. It has fundamentally altered how societies understand and interact with the concepts of fear, safety, and freedom. The event has also spurred ongoing debates about the reach and oversight of government powers, the protection of civil liberties, and the definition of national security. In conclusion, the legacy of 9/11 is multifaceted, affecting everything from international law to individual lives. As we move forward, it is essential that we remember the lessons learned from 9/11, ensuring that the memories and sacrifices of that day inform our future choices and actions.